You know she doesn't like the cold.
I know. I know. But why does she have to be with me? Did
'Cause-
you just shock me?
Did she?
She did.
That's shocking.
You should go to him.
No. That's exactly why she shocked you.
She's shivering.
Good Nutmeg. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So, yeah. Hi! We're back with Beacon Pines. I very obviously did not stay up all night streaming the ending last time. But we will get to it this time. And I'm like, what are you doing? I know you're cold. I know. Yeah, the other thing you'll notice right now is we have no AC on. Our mic does a good job of filtering it, but you can still tell it's there. No, it dropped 40 degrees overnight. And it's cool enough in here without the AC for once. Since, thank you for that.
We sound great.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What? I was gonna say since, like, February.
Aw, she
I
needs
know,
more pets.
she's a sad dog. I'm gonna
Well,
get going into
keep-
the story.
Keep petting her.
I see that.
He's not gonna let you, do what you need to.
She's not.
That's the
Every
fun part.
step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew.
Isn't this the last time
And
he died?
closer
Yeah,
to
this is the...
destiny.
I wondered where it would take us back in. I guess I have to choose...
To be continued in
Yeah.
Beacon Pines, Pines Harder. Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
That's the thing that I find
Hold on.
weird about
She's
this one,
getting
because it's
comfortable.
like, you're the author, so why
I
are
was even
you,
starting to like Iggy.
I'm not the author, she's the
No
author.
way.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
So I think if I was counting right, you have at least 5, maybe 6 other pathways you still have to take.
Well, here's one.
I know.
I'm not gonna go with this one.
Eh,
Oops.
eh.
I'm gonna go with this one. So, I'm not going to do a full recap ever. This is a lot. Go watch the other streams. But what I will do is lead up to each point I do, so that anyone who's just here can be caught up on what the characters know. So here, this one doesn't matter. Who cares about that one? Here we have a choice on trying to get Rollo to stay with us, and in this one he doesn't. We go to the warehouse alone. We struggle against the hazmat suit guy and get away. We meet... I forgot her name.
Beck.
Beck. I'm like, I know the name, I forgot the name. We meet Beck, and we go to her house, and the storm goes away, and that's the choice here. So we end up with Rollo in the treehouse, infiltrate the secret room in the basement, played Sly Cop to get information out of poor Mr. Squirrel, Tolliver,
I think it's Tolliver, yeah.
to get to here, which ends up as a showdown between Gran and the creepy, sex-crazed drugstore guy who wants to fuck her.
Nuncreed.
Yeah, I mean, so we got weeping caused us all to die. So let's see what humming does. Okay.
And in the stillness, he began to hum. After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody. It was the only thing that could calm his mind.
I have to wonder if you could have pulled hum.
However briefly, could
Well,
make it all
didn't
seem
hum
okay.
come from the sign? No.
No,
this-
hum came from the last ending we did on the stream before, because
Ow.
the Mr. Creepyface Kerr started humming because he was going crazy hanging in the hole.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
you should have heard my rendition of, song. Hum, 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 hum. And that's how we got hum.
See, right now all I remember is you looking at the sign in the other timeline,
That
the one with
melody
Mr. Kerr.
pervaded every
And
memory.
You
Luca
got
had a
something?
visitor.
Crooked?
Yeah, crooked.
Where's he crooked?
Shivering in the raw snow,
I don't know.
he began to hum it out loud.
I will say I didn't like this part because the animation is the same as him weeping in the other choice.
You could be crying and humming.
I know, but like it's weird to me. I also can't speak this
Gran
long.
lowered the torch, listening closely. As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared together. She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along, note for note.
Do you have to do anything here, or is
I
it just,
can't do anything.
Okay.
Like we just have to listen to this nice little song.
I genuinely thought, like, wait, do we have to, or
Here.
Luca lifted
Oh,
his head
hat.
in
Oh.
astonishment.
hat?
I don't think I caused that.
I think you did.
I might have.
See, because they're still just.
The last time he heard that melody was the last night
Yeah,
he saw
well,
his
shut up.
mother.
Hey.
I made the humming glitch.
Oh God.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother. Only smaller, older, changed.
Guess who fucked with
Luca
the goo?
sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Nice spoiler you have there.
I know.
Eleanor looked down at Luca,
Still wanted to fuck
tightening her
the,
embrace in an appeal for
mom,
The
I
forgiveness.
mom,
guess.
yeah, for sure. How's it going, Flame Guy? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it was something along the lines of like 6 months
Yeah, she'd been
that she'd been quote
she'd
unquote
been
gone.
missing for 6 months. Yes.
I also love how the two friends are just kind of hanging out, kind of creeping in the background over there.
Yeah, like they're there, but they don't do anything. At
They're
least they have
having
idle
fun.
animations.
Oh man, how much creepier would that be if they're just standing there like fucking still?
Perfectly still.
Joseph slumped
Yeah.
into the cold, wet snow. For the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
You know, I wouldn't call 6 months a really long time, but sure. Unless,
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow as if searching it for answers.
Prepare to be disappointed yet again.
Yes,
You're
because
gonna
as you
die.
can guess, this is not the good true ending.
Well, which one is?
You
Chapter
see roll
9.
credits when that happens.
The
You
devil
know,
you know.
you have a good point.
7 months ago,
I'm not kidding.
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest. She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner was a desk covered in papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base.
I feel like
She
anytime
rushed
that it
to the
says
desk
disinfectant,
and
I'm
began
just like,
shifting
alright,
through the
it smells like
piles
a
of
pool in
papers.
here.
Honestly, chlorine, yeah.
They were experiment reports on something called Tanthus liquamen. There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange pod. Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Which caused her to age if you hadn't pieced that together. Ah. See, we don't have to listen to his full speech ever again.
We just come back in at the end.
Yeah.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Yay, someone called him out.
Clipboard time, yay!
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Yeah, sure. Comfortable.
I don't like that comfortable is in italics.
Well, you know that they're gonna take her to a crazy house. That's why. See?
Or killed.
Or killed, yeah.
Another call out right there.
Yes. Call out Mr. Kerr.
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncreed's face. He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
I love the creepy music that's actually playing for this bit.
I know, cause well, it's a grand reveal. Of course, it has to be creepy. I mean, if calling a little kid sir didn't tip you off.
Kerr gave a bow of deference. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
It doesn't look like a smile.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
You know that's gotta hurt regardless, right?
I know,
Like-
it looks like it hurts. Just from the animations.
A hushed horror gripped
Also,
the crowd.
How does clothes change?
His
This
clothes
is
aged
a
with him.
story about change.
But he has a sweater on, like a sweater vest.
Clearly the
And now he's
sweater,
in a suit.
the age process of the sweater vest turns it into a suit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Like your dick? No.
Does his button have a V on it?
I see a V, which
Okay.
I mean Valentine.
Yeah.
Sharper choked out a crude squawk of a laugh. Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Lag. See, Malice. There you go.
Again, one of those weird. You need to have gone through like every branch to get everything
Yep.
to fully finish.
And I think all the important ones are actually triggered throughout the story. Because I think Crooked is only in, like, the side games. So if we missed it, oh well, we didn't, like, make all the meals or catch all the fish.
Yeah.
William Kerr gave a subtle
And not,
nod to the clipboards.
oh my gosh, you can't finish the game. Bye. I guess he's never gonna be seen
A
again.
helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
No, he's getting the help he needs.
Sure. He's so happy. Yep. He is an adult.
Well, he's a dick.
I mean, he's a dick too. So,
See? Dick.
yeah, it's definitely a V because her button has it too.
Ha. I'd rather not live forever.
Please no.
Like, I've seen enough, thank you.
I don't like how his voice sounds.
He's barking.
I know it's only like the sound of the font, but I don't like it.
That's great. Yeah, it is our affiliate anniversary, and that's great. That
I love it. I love it for
It
us.
just came out in Portuguese. How's it going, Frost?
I love it.
Here, let's
Don't-
catch you up.
Don't change it.
Let's catch you up.
What do you
Sharper-
remember last?
Sharper Valentine is alive and well, because Solomon,
Magic.
the little fucking Doberman. I think it's a
While
Doberman.
you're doing that,
I don't know.
I'm
Go
pouring
for it.
myself more tea.
Doberman kid was actually him. He drank this vial of green shit that seems to be a successful or not fucked up version of the green goop or whatever's in the source, and he turned back into his adult self. Did it not
This
work?
filter didn't get all the tea leaves.
I guess you're chewing. I
guess I'm
guess you're
not
chewing.
finishing
Tull's
that
here
one.
too. Tull, did you hear what I said? You're not late. You're exactly on time.
Hold on. We started off
Go for it.
at the branch where we're at the hole with the hole.
Yeah,
The
whole.
source with Grandma about to blow it up, and the drugstore sex crazed dog trying to stop her. And the first choice we had was Weep last time, and that got us killed. So instead we started humming, and it turns out Grandma is actually Mom, who jumped into a vat of the aging green goo. So she's like, okay, well, let's go stop the ceremony instead of trying to blow up the source and tell everyone the truth. And the truth is that the little dog child was somehow got youngified this dick, and he made the goo change him into an adult.
So he's declaring victory, basically.
Yeah.
And thank you. And apparently, everybody can do the Happy Affiliate Anniversary, but whatever your PC's default language is, it's what's gonna come out. Case in point, Frost telling it to us in Portuguese. Also, Chubby Baby Hands is dead center of the screen if you really pay attention.
Yeah. You had to zoom in on the hands, though.
Yeah. Or it sounds like they perfected.
It sounds like the unrefined is the fuck your face. The experimental blow up was the make you younger.
Mm-hmm.
And the successful is age you to a certain point.
Precisely.
Did I just say all that for nothing, Toll? Oh god, you can do it this time then.
Okay. We good? We good?
This guy's a
Okay.
dick. That's what you missed.
So that's actually Solomon. Yeah. Frost basically got the gist of it right there pretty well. Solomon's actually Sharper Valentine. He drank a vial of green goop, which seems to be a refined, actually working as intended, maybe, thing of the green goop that fucked up Iggy's face in the last one.
And apparently turned our mom into our grandma.
Yeah.
Sharper addressed the crowd.
Which is
with
why our
indignant
grandma has no
pride.
obituary.
Yeah. Your grandma's actually
He'd planned
dead.
this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous. Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
No, maybe that's why he has the freaky chubby baby hands, because he touched the goop. And
Also, this
yeah.
dude has a book in the library singing his own praises about how good an actor he is.
Yep.
Like, he wrote it, and it's
It's in the library.
narcissism.
Yeah.
And we see that the first time went to the library, which was the first stream. So, we can't see it again because we've already inspected it.
I think it's a little creepy that they refer to him as founder.
Clipboards are evil, got it.
So he's that thing in the closet in Harry Potter?
I guess.
If he can make anybody's fear manifest,
I'm sad my tea turned out bad.
drink it and chew it.
Go ahead.
If you sip carefully, you won't get it.
No,
There
I
you
mean
go.
it went cold too
Oh.
fast.
Oh.
Will you go get me an energy drink?
Yeah, sure. What color?
Red.
Okay.
Unless you want to hand me yours.
Did you like it more than I
No,
did?
no, you brought in a red, didn't you? For you to drink later?
No, that was me comparing caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Who says I ever sleep tall?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image.
Give me the slushy.
The fertilizer factory soon
you.
reopened for business.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's so cold.
I know.
So, you guys are late, but overnight, we dropped 40 degrees
Yeah.
Fahrenheit.
Sales
Yeah.
rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to swear by its miraculous properties.
So we started out yesterday at 80 and went down to 40, and it's nice. And we're refusing to turn on the
Beacon
heater
Pines became famous.
because it's gonna go back up at the end of the week. It's like I don't want to turn on the heater for like half a week and then turn
A
it back
secretive
on
town
the AC.
that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all.
You know, especially whenever we have blankets and stuff.
Gifts that became
Nice, low
more
of
and more
27.
necessary in a world where
That
winters
seems
grew
nice.
longer and longer.
Look, it's the opposite of what we're having. We have longer and longer summer.
Fuck the summer.
The end. This is wrong, but things are becoming
got-
clearer now.
Was it worth it? Did it
Is that a good thing for us?
like is that a
You
good
can
thing?
feel it, right?
I mean, you
We
Technically
can't
won.
let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing. Let's see.
there we go. So you're done with like
This whole branch, probably.
yeah.
So what I will say to you guys, I'm not going to summarize everything. It's too long. Go watch the other videos that you haven't seen to get fully caught up on the story. But I am going to go choice by choice so we know what the characters know. So this split, Rilla went with us to the factory and went missing. At this split, we're going to find out.
Yeah. It's such a weird early one.
We ended up pushing Iggy into the goo and morphing his face, and that led to all this. So, we're gonna tickle someone. I guess.
Cross didn't have to pay anything for the trial or anything like that, so it's pure profit. Fuck yeah. Fuck 'em.
I'll let this sit here so anyone can read what they want.
Weren't you at this point on like the first fucking stream?
This split, yes.
Yeah.
I just didn't have enough, or I didn't come back.
Gotcha.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
That's all Tish says, by the way, is yep.
All I see is that
Beck
person
lunged
from
forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Hot Buzz, Yarp, Narp.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
Okay, so not class action, but equivalent of small claims. Well, small claims court.
Interesting. I'm also gonna say this choice is the only time we see this puddle at this location. If you go there before,
It's not there.
if you go after, it's not there. Yeah.
Huh.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
But look, it didn't age the fucking shoe or his leg.
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
She now has a white spot.
That's a nice way of putting it.
And sure enough.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess.
To be fair,
Hopefully he
Beck
could make it
did
up to
want
her,
to tag along and
but
see what the fuck
finding
was
Rolo
going
was his
on.
primary concern.
And she's the one that fought back in both the instances of this choice.
Mhm.
Technically, Luca didn't do anything. It was Beck's choice.
Luca is innocent.
At this point, yeah. Did I inspect this? Okay.
Oh god, hello. See, look. I don't think Frost had the privilege of seeing the fucking squirrel girl, but something about her face,
We don't like it.
I don't like it.
It's too smooth.
Yeah, it just like something is totally wrong. And I love that she's carrying a fucking broom out here.
Or is it a pitchfork?
I think it's a broom. I think she was sweeping when we first met
Roxy
her.
and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
Oh, see, that's fucking cool. Frost said in Brazil, since 2015 or so, they changed small claims court to a special court that's free to enter as a way to allow any person to be heard. That's fucking cool.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca. In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Frost said she had some swollen cheeks. Maybe she didn't have like the chin.
No,
that
I
could
think
help.
I think it's just too smooth. She needs like some fur on her cheek to break it up.
3 to 4 months.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca. Roxy drew herself up.
She looks like a Gumball character. It
Roxy
kind of
tried
doesn't
to
fit
think
the
of
art
the
style
safest
that well.
place to
No, it
send
doesn't.
Luca.
Yeah, like everyone else and Chubby Baby Hands look fine.
Yeah.
It's just those two that I
Luca
kind of have
wiped
an
his
issue with.
cheeks and gave a quick nod.
I'll also say, when I was doing my personal playthrough, I came here first. Because I wanted to see what else would happen. So I'm also going to take the next step I took then. Because you gotta remember, this is the first pathway I went on my personal playthrough.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Also, her mouth is permanently agape. She
Mhm.
might have like sort of buck teeth.
Okay, I already talked to him today.
Mr. Nuncree jumped with a start.
She's turned something in her
Luca
cheeks. I
motioned to
don't
the phone
know.
booth.
Well, grandma fucker over here. Well,
Hold on. I did not know this the first playthrough, but he's a bad guy. You hear the music. I didn't hear the music the first time.
nope. No, nothing.
Mr. Nuncreed
I
gently
didn't know
placed
he
one of
was
his
evil, so
substantial
this is
hands
what
on
I
Lucas'
did.
shoulder.
Dang it, Bobby. Posture check.
I can't do much. Nutmeg's on me.
Luca
That's
peered
fine.
up at
I'll
Mr. Nuncreed. Kind
straighten up.
eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath.
Yeah, I don't
it
like
all.
the music playing.
It
That's
was
definite,
subtle,
like...
but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
This is what I picked the first time. Not going past the first stream.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Wrong choice.
Wrong choice.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
The gooped cat got white hair. That's it. Nothing else happened.
She ran off.
She
and
ran off.
That's all we know at this point. You know how you're supposed to trust adults and shit?
Yeah, don't do
yeah,
that
no.
in this game.
It was a body.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped. A deep sigh bellowed from his chest. Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder. With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
You're gonna make a phone call.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
So yeah, when I made this choice in my personal playthrough the first time, I had no idea there's anything more to this phone booth.
You're going for a ride.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom.
Well, to be fair, Iggy got pushed in the puddle, so he was soaked. Like half of him was soaked.
He knows
She just
too
got some
much.
on her forehead.
The end.
You're
That was it.
dead.
Wait. No. This isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
All right, same one, because that's the only choice we have.
Right back to the music.
Right back to the music.
Kick him in the
There
shins
was a
and run.
malice lurking behind those eyes, like a trap ready to spring. Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of
Look,
there.
the music's getting quieter.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
He lies.
Nice.
Are you free to move? Or is
Oh,
he...
I am.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought I was still in the cutscene. Run away! Treehouse? Okay, no. Huh, did I talk to you guys? No.
You're the one throwing the festival.
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
Did we ever
And once
get...
again, the first playthrough of this, I hadn't gotten to the point where I knew who he was. So I was like, oh, a cute little, like, prank, yeah.
Who's the, like, terrier-looking dog?
I don't
Did they ever... Okay.
No, no one ever explained it. This is one of Beck's moms.
What are you doing, Emmett?
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff is just gonna choose violence all the time, huh?
I love Jeff.
I know he said junkin by, like, dumpster diving, but I always thought, like, he meant drugs? You know?
I mean, you could think of it that way. Okay, I'm gonna save the mini games for the end.
That's fine.
Because I'll also say there's only 2 chances for you to do the food mini game. The first time when you get the jam to, you know, the diner person, and then at the very end of the good ending. That's it. That's when you can go to the diner. Did you know her arm's free?
Yes, I know.
Now, Meg, why did you free yourself of your sweater? Your sweater is nice when it's
He aired
cold.
a long holler into the woods.
Marco.
Don't say that. You're
Ow.
making me think of that horror movie trailer we saw.
Oh.
Please don't do that.
Luca felt his eyes getting heavy and plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy
She does want to be
embrace.
free, but she
So,
needs
so
it for
she
warmth.
wants to be free, but she also doesn't want to be cold. And she does not have the thinking to realize that no freedom means warm, but freedom means cold.
Ow. She's kicking me.
You're playing with her, right? She's trying to bite you.
Yeah, she is. She's kicking me and trying
Once
to bite me.
again, Luca found himself in a vast black expanse.
Creepy dream
This
time.
time, he knew exactly where to go.
You get a treat?
Oh god.
He took a single confident step forward.
Come here. Let's fix your arm. Fix your arm.
But there's a tree.
That's exactly why I'm doing it while she's distracted.
The world flickered and pulsed.
Dog noise?
You ready? There you go.
He found himself
Happy
standing
dog.
in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source? He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single ember. Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket, a keepsake. The voice of his father spoke behind him.
Also, we're not sure, but all these dreams, like, are in order, I think.
You think so?
I think they're in order because they don't make any sense out of order. So it doesn't matter which pathway you go, the dreams stay in the same order, and it's weird.
You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face, trying as hard as he could to memorize every single detail.
Frost, I'm surprised at how many butchered names you keep coming across, but I'm pretty sure
I'm not
we
surprised.
probably have a bunch of spellings of that as
For
well.
what? Another voice spoke out as Luca's doppelganger stepped forward. That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real?
No, it's a video game.
It's a dream.
Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear.
Luca's high as fuck.
Of course. I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears.
I'm you from the future.
I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone.
I'm the you that played in the goo.
That makes sense.
Yep, goo.
Through his tears, Luca laughed.
She wants you.
I think so.
You're good.
His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, buckaroo.
Well, at least
Luca
Kimberlynn's a
was
weird
startled
one.
from his dream by a
But I knew a
bang on the
Kimberly.
floor.
Like L-Y. L-Y.
Yeah, me too. Kimberly.
A commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Lucas sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
Oh no, invaders. Are they aliens?
Chapter 5. Dangers big and small.
Now, Meg, I don't see where your
Lucas
toy
stumbled
dropped.
back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight. Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to
Who
the
knows,
balcony.
Frost? Why would there be an H in that name?
As his hand grasped the door handle,
The butchering,
Luca
of course.
froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled up through the hole. The large figure cocked its head inquisitively.
And remember, at this point, Luca has no idea what the goo does. Dum dum dum.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo. Only bigger, older, changed.
There it is.
Swimming pool.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
You think he's evenly grown / not like horribly aged because he drank it rather than
Yeah, he drank the goo instead of falling into it.
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Which is also a car door. Which is why it has a reflection.
His hands shot up to his face.
It's green tea.
Yeah. Gross. Look, it tastes like licorice.
Oh,
Solomon's
hell no.
favorite candy.
Oh, hell no. How funny would it be that would be slowing down Solomon's returns? Like, we have to figure out a way to make this compound still work and make it taste like licorice. He's so
Rollo
fucking
shadowboxed
excited.
a few jabs. With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Yep, large adult friend. Yeah, and those are the two reactions to licorice. Either yay or fuck no.
No, fuck that.
This is a recent development. Yep, very recent.
It's exactly what it means. Oh, are you stuck?
Oh god, will you help her? She's stuck.
Dumbass.
How did you even get stuck like that? Well, no, that's even better, Frost. His favorite flavor is black licorice. Come here. You get a cookie.
Get another cookie. Are you excited for the cookie? It's a pumpkin. Ready? Look, here it comes.
She makes fun noises.
She shot a nervous glance at Rollo. Beck's eyes narrowed.
The hair that turned gray because of the goo.
Right, always fun to misuse the chemistry set stuff.
Don't do this at home, kids.
You're having a rebellious phase. That's what you're doing.
I know, right?
See, like, because the ears don't feel.
I was gonna say
pointed enough to
ferret.
say, would a ferret be? Would an
A relative to a ferret.
Would an anthroferret be drawn like this? I'm asking. Like, that tail looks
Do they
wrong.
have to be drawn anyway?
That the tail feels wrong for a ferret. Come here.
Any kid talking back to a parent. Yep.
Remember your lessons, kids. Do bathe in peroxide and bleach your hair. Bathe in peroxide and
Ilona
peroxide
tried
and
to put
bleach
on a
to
smile.
bleach your hair. Sorry, the double bleach like threw me off for some reason.
I mean, he is. I mean, she doesn't know the half of it at this point. She
I-
just got here today.
No, I think you were right, Frost. It's just that the double bleach messed with my eyes. I'm like, yeah. Wait, no.
Burn.
You're grounded. Grounded.
Yep, grounded. How's this not presentable?
You just look like a little punk kid.
She
That's totally
sighed,
fine.
and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically. She flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I mean, it was just grown out a little and white. She could have just cut it back.
Cut most of it back. I think it went to the roots, is the problem.
So it's still
A
be
big bald spot.
it'd still be white, but I mean, you could definitely hide it under a hat instead of having it peek out like that.
Not for school. My school didn't allow people to have hats.
If she couldn't, people would definitely see the freaky chubby baby third eye. I do love that you don't get who's talking coming through the thing. So
It's just
you have no
radio.
clue. Like, yeah, the founder, and you hear fucking Solomon's voice spoiling.
The reveal.
Yeah. Right? You see that nice little triangle back there? No.
It'd be funny if there actually was a triangle. Cult! It's a cult!
Also, great work, assholes, communicating on completely unsecured fucking walkie-talkies.
Dun dun
Good job.
dun.
Good fucking job. Well, there is at least one triangle in the stars. Twilight Zone theme song.
Opinions, like it's a dirty word.
Music.
You heard the music, right? It caught, right?
No, I think that was just it finishing.
Okay then.
I
It just
heard
sounded
it.
weird to me.
It's for dramatic flair.
Sure.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Your mom's gonna die, Beck.
Death.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
It's a heist.
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
Yes, it is a heist.
Chapter 6.
With the fucking spy music, or the heist music
The
at least.
heist.
Of course, it's needed.
They spent the night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to infiltrate the headquarters of Perennial Harvest. It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology. Not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work. The final day before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for. Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain. Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
Heist. Be nice to your
Cordially.
sister.
Well, he could probably beat her ass this time.
Probably.
He waved vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure. Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
Wow. They each get one thing and he gets two?
They each looked at each other
Yep.
with sleepy confidence and nodded.
I get all the work. Okay. Let's start going. And this counts as, I guess, the day before. So I don't think, yeah, I can't talk to anyone, but the people I have to talk to.
No.
I know.
Can you talk to the clipboard at all?
Nope. Can I talk
How about
to you?
yeah?
Oh, I can. No, not Meg. You're fine. Can I talk to you? No. Okay, I know this is a dead end. Is anyone down here? Griffin, can I have some snacks? No. Okay. Hey, Dawn, how about you? Yes.
She's asking the right question.
She's a good reporter. I like Dawn. Jeff.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker. The joy in Jeff's face drained instantly. Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Okay, which one should I do? Because I know what I hit last time, and this choice will either get us more dialogue or will just get us to the end.
I feel like
I'll wait.
I have it like you should hit shit just because you're cursing at him.
I'm gonna hit fight.
He might want fight.
Well, in my first playthrough, I hit hide, and that ended it.
Aw.
But I don't know if it actually matters with Jeff, but it does with...
See,
Okay, we'll
Frost,
do shit.
Frost also said shit.
See?
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
I inspected the building instead of talked to
Luca
him.
wasn't ready to give up so easily. He shouted out again.
It doesn't even have a check mark.
Poor Jeff.
I know.
But I can respect not wanting to. I think you're thinking of a Hydra, but okay. Or closer to it.
Yeah, see, I hit hide, and it was actually the right way.
Jeff's brow perked up. Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor. Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh. One good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home. Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
So he wants candy.
Yeah, he always gives us things for candy. Can I go in here? Can I talk to you guys? You want to see
Kato.
baby hams?
Talk to Kato.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
Aww.
Because it's Trudy like the day before. If I talk to them the day before,
Frost just said no.
I will say I don't remember. I don't remember.
What the right answer was?
Yeah,
here?
because I had to go through all of them
Oh.
the first time.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
Okay, I remember this one.
Luca knew they'd need Iggy and Tish to pull this off. He tried again. Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
Yeah, I don't remember which one this is.
I thought hard was the right one, but okay. Oh.
See, that's what I thought.
Wait, do you have to go in the
Yes.
correct? God damn
This is
it.
why I couldn't remember which
Iggy
one's
gave a
right.
reluctant shrug.
See,
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
See, the life's been kind of hard. Actually, felt very like yeah,
I
that'd
know,
be right.
I know.
Iggy considered the point.
So it's definitely not hide, but I feel like
This is why it took me so long.
Iggy gave a reluctant.
you know it could have been worse. It could have gone 2, 3, 4
Iggy considered
for the choices. I'm pretty sure break is the right one, because he probably wants violence.
Yeah, there you go.
Where's Square Enix to enforce a Life is Strange copyright? Because fuck this conversation.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face. Iggy glanced over to Tish, who nodded in agreement. With a quick nod, Luca was off. Iggy gazed up at Tish with a smile. A single tear ran down Tish's cheek.
She
Nah, it's
actually
not yet.
speaks.
Ah!
Oh, she's kind of
Chapter
refined.
7. Into the Hive. A good heist requires preparation, and thorough preparation takes time, something they had precious little of. So far, everything was in order. Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part. Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help.
Yeah, so Beck had one person to convince. Rollo had 2 and we had 3.
He stowed away in mission
Yay.
control for the night to avoid attracting attention. Rollo, being uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach Perennial Harvest. The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence. Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
I love
Is-
his mustache.
What the fuck is he wearing?
A tool belt. And a mustache.
Okay.
He had to think quick. Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
And it worked.
So look at that. Social engineering fucking works.
With
If
a
you can
stroke
call
of
it
his
that.
mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest headquarters. He stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard. Rollo interrupted with urgency in his voice. Rollo panicked.
Well, that was delayed.
That was very delayed, yes.
The distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence. The clipboard fumbled around in a frenzy.
Yay, bowling.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, if chaos works, chaos is what we'll get. Okay. By the way, I don't have to interact with the door. I just go through it.
That's cool. Clearly you treat it like a watering fountain and you just like put your lips on the fucking spout.
I was gonna say they probably have
Their own cups.
yeah. I think I went the wrong way. What
Hey,
about you?
I mean, if there's no cups provided, you gotta make do, okay? Oh, I was gonna say, what the fuck? Oh.
Solomon stopped in his tracks. A veneer of confusion flashed across Solomon's face. His words rushed out dramatically.
Frost, I think the more important question is, have you finished painting all of your figures from the last set? But fucking awesome. Nope.
Solomon's facade briefly faltered. Luca happened to notice a plaque above the door. Luca tried the handle. Solomon leaned forward to examine the mechanism. Luca smiled and looked at his watch.
Yes, lady carrying a shovel.
Nothing to worry about here.
Nothing to
that
worry
doesn't look
about.
suspicious at all.
I love the big guy.
She mimed a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Okay, Frost said I've done the grot squig and 2/3 of the knob with both arm options. And
The
you're
light
still
on the
missing like
keypad
9.
changed from red to green.
Magic. See, you know he's evil.
Now we do.
Yeah. I don't know if it's possible to make
Luca
it to this
switched on his walkie-talkie.
branch without knowing he's evil.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Crossbot like 4 kill teams, which should all arrive in like 10 days. I want
On
to see the time
computer
between you
screen,
getting
A
them
green cursor blinked in a password field.
and you actually finishing painting.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Luca pecked out his best guess.
Underground secrets.
Here, I would also like to point out, in this playthrough, he doesn't know about the tunnels, and he didn't ever get the interrupted message underground secrets. So he's just pulling this out of his ass.
The screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
Oh, there you go. Rillo heard it.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
I don't think Solomon's figure actually ever changes, though.
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
Also, like, you haven't figured that he talks, like, old-timey-ish?
Well, he's also rich, so it could just be that.
Once again,
The other dogs
Lucas
are rich,
scrutinized the
too.
numbers on
And
the
they talk
screen.
differently, except for Gus.
In that moment of distraction, Solomon reached forward and pressed a large red button.
Frost God, an Inquisition Squad, Imperial Navy Breachers, the Novitiae, which are the Space Battle Nuns, and the Exaction Squad, or Space Cops.
He quickly skimmed the screen with his finger.
The Battle Nuns are gonna be thick.
Yeah, trying to help. Sure.
Only 2 clipboards?
So far.
How is Beck faster than him? Novitiates.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie. With self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
How'd they get in, by the way? We didn't see them come out of the box.
You know, they never really did say.
She just kicked him. She learned from us. Yes.
Now Frost wants to get at least 3 more Xeno teams, and as all of the above are Imperium. You gotta get all factions.
First thing out of her mouth is the hair.
That really feels like a backhanded compliment.
It does.
Nellie leaned over to examine his teeth.
Frost really wants Votan Space Dwarves, but you can't find them. I don't even know how you're looking, but I guess Kelsey, your dad would know. Like how he does his.
I don't know where he gets his. I think
I don't
he.
either.
I don't know where he gets his. This is when we get all the, like, secrets answered, though.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Nellie sighed.
Also, they never say what his reputation is, beyond he has a reputation and she respects him. The doctor that died.
Probably badass. fucked up. Yay.
Yeah, so we're getting a lot of holes filled in here.
It says that the painting has darts only on
Gus.
the mayor. Yeah. Like, he really does not like him.
Am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Solomon muttered inaudibly. Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
I mean, if we didn't know by now,
Luca
we
tugged
should
on
would.
each of the
We
cabinets.
would now.
Yeah, that something's up with the dude.
Yeah. And yet we don't notice that there are chair or books on the chair because, you know, he's tiny.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
He's smoking and he's just a fucking child.
Oh, I guess I have to talk to him now.
Oh my god, Frost, the way you have to put that. So you might settle for space
a
clown,
subtle,
pirate,
hovering lip,
elves,
a
space
smile
Egyptian-ish
crawled
robot
across Solomon's
skeletons, and
face.
space weird mutants.
That's one mouthful, Frost.
They heard the trampling of frantic footsteps from the hallway.
But he's locked in there with you, and he's gonna fuck it up. Which ones are the Necrons, Toll? No, fuck off clipboards. The robot skeletons, okay.
But you're not an adult. Oh. Bye. Are you enjoying that new seat, Nutmeg? Now that Peter has wandered off quietly without telling anyone. Yes, come here. I will hold you. The very poor, sad, cold dog. Dun dun dun. Nutmeg was sad, so she needed help.
I had to grab water.
But
She
you didn't
needed-
tell her where you were going.
I told her to stay.
She doesn't know that word.
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With
I
a
can take her.
sickened look,
Okay.
she
Well, she
peered
wants
into
you.
his soul.
I know, I'll comfort her. This is not comfort, Nutmeg.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
That seemed more like a slow clap.
Or at
Like
least
a sarcastic
yeah.
yeah.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form. presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
Ah, nutmeg.
Come here.
Make up your mind.
Before he could finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Keep away.
Rollo casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Without even looking behind him.
Of course not.
Luca jiggled the vial mockingly.
So I know Curtis had sees him, but all I hear is the seagull teacher for Patrick.
Oh,
him,
God.
Sees him.
Yeah.
She held it tightly behind her back.
That's what I mean.
Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
Void Dancer Troop are literally Harlequin and Eldar, space elves. Do you know how many times you've died?
He pursed his
I
lips
know.
with feigned sincerity.
What, frozen like 3-4 times?
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck. She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
One of their units is a fucking death jester.
Nice.
With apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Ooh.
The blood drained from Kerr's face.
The worst thing an employee can hear.
Still a dick.
Yep.
Well, then say fucking doctor, not Mr.
Doctor.
Bitch. Necrons are interesting. I know very little about their lore, but they seem fun. I think you need to go down the rabbit hole then,
Solomon
Frost.
shook his head with gratification. A muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Wow, he spoke really fucking quickly then.
Yep.
Didn't Kerr just leave and that speech was like
Very long.
kind of long? Yeah.
Well, I think the speech started with a round of applause for him. No, it's well shit. Everyone's been saying shit this whole time.
Nellie was staring at the floor, deep in thought.
Time wounds all heals. Okay. I don't think I'd ever heard that phrase. You know, time heals all wounds,
Yeah.
but wounds all heals. I guess that's the second half people forget.
Or is it wounds? Is it wounds or wounds?
I don't know.
I'm actually not sure. Cass is here and Nutmeg gets a treat.
Please don't fall off my lap.
Hi, Cass.
She's excited.
And a second treat, but she doesn't know that yet. If I can open this.
Aha! Nothing, calm down.
Here, I'm gonna grab the other one for later.
Let her chew that treat.
Ooh. Don't you love that, cuz? Yay! Thank you, cuz.
We see that your computer's default setting is English now.
I'm sorry, I can't believe how funny that is. Did you hit that?
I guess. I didn't think I hit that, but... Okay.
I was gonna ask, like, why did that happen? Oh.
I'm hitting spacebar and B's right there, so it's
Heh.
possible.
I believe it's y'all. Unless someone else is lurky around here.
Luca's face.
Which feel free to lurk. Hey, Cuss, congrats on your 13th month.
Why does it say 13th month? Is it just gonna stick with months?
Yeah, months. It's like a child, like, yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, you know, why not? Thank you for your continued support. And hope you've been enjoying yourself and having a great time.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion. A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
Okay then.
And you're all gonna die.
Chapter 8. Comeuppance.
So, Cuss, the biggest
Ears
thing you've
still
missed?
ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now,
Gran
her one shot at
isn't
destroying
Gran.
the source.
Gran
that
is
damned hole
mom.
that swallowed so much of her life was gone. Traded for this jagged
Yeah,
hole in the
Luca's
wall
Gran is
foolhardy
actually
shot
his
at
mom.
rescuing Rollo.
Okay, so the timeline we're on right now, Rollo went with us. We kicked his sister in the shins by being a little shit. And Rollo went with us to the factory to investigate the factory. We got to the factory, and he gets kidnapped. I can't go back to the tree.
That's fine.
But we meet Beck, and instead of pushing Iggy into the puddle, we tickle Tish so she runs off, and Goo gets on Beck's fur and turns it white.
Like, just
we
a
run
part on her
into
forehead.
Creekby drugstore pervert dog.